Hi. I guess
We have
I'm
an
the slow
echo.
start to start off
We,
the
we,
show.
have, we have an echo. There's an echo, and I'm trying. I'm sorry. I'm trying. Go ahead. Carry on, Mikey.
Always, you never know what to look at on the Stat Boy Sports Bar. You never know what's going to happen.
Good thing it's going to get shit together in the next few months.
Hello, my internet fans. Welcome to the season finale. Season 2 comes to a close today, February 16th or February 15th.
15th, whatever the hell that is. We don't give a shit around here. Whatever.
We're so screwed up out here. We don't even know what the date is. But we've got plenty to talk about.
Okay.
Exactly what he said. So we got plenty to talk about. News from the NFL, and rumors from the world of wrestling, plenty of things to clean up, and then we are done. Remember, we're not saying goodbye. We're just going away for a little bit, taking a break. As far as the future of Sports Bar, we are going to come back next season for certain. We're going to have season 3, and what we're actually going to do is we're going to make Dory Lou will be a official full-time member of the Jeff Meacham Network. Yes, Jeff?
2 things. Unsmudge your camera, number 1. Number 2, introduce the other guy in the room, dude.
He needs no introduction. He's the renegade. Enough said.
Wow.
He needs no introduction. The man of the hour.
He's in the civilized world. He is the renegade.
But I have no idea what is on my camera, so let me clear that up real quick then.
It's all with the smudgies, whatever it is. Anyway. Hi, JJ. How are you today?
I think that's just Mike's face.
Oh, fuck. Here we go.
Shut up.
Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord Almighty. We're starting early. All right, JJ. There you go. Hey, you can see Mikey clearly. Okay, wait, put it back.
Clearly, I don't think so. The brotherly banter that is a Sports Bar is always a thing. So as stated before, yes, Dory Lou is officially part of the Jeff Meacham Network. We make that announcement now. So more than likely on Tuesdays, the new logo that says Stat Boy Sports featuring Dory Lou, that's going to be the show. If it's just me, I'll still keep it that way, or we'll pop up the Sports Bar logo. Or if there's a day where she's in charge and I'm not available, it'll be Dory Lou's Sports Bar. So that's what's happening with this, and I'm very happy to make that announcement because the show constantly evolves. Everything evolves. Even when you don't want it to, it does. It's like my stat books. They evolve. The show evolves. Things happen. Ideas pop into our heads. So I'm very happy to say that Dory Lou and I are going to be working together next season, along with everybody else on the network and the channel. And not much more we can say about that, but I'm just happy that
that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that. And of course, next season, more talk about football, more talk about wrestling. Let's get into the wrestling stuff right about now, because if you woke up this morning,
brother, check it out now.
Exactly. The big news out of AEW that I heard is that Cody and Brandy are leaving their company, and the rumors have gone crazy that they're coming back home. Well, Cody is anyway. Brandy will be new.
Brandy's worked for the EU.
She did? When?
Eden Styles. We met her at Summer. Oh, you weren't there. SummerSlam 2011. She was Eden Styles, the ring announcer, dude.
Aha.
Shame
so what's
on you, Michael.
Are they gonna? I would love this. I wouldn't mind seeing Brandy as a member of the women's roster. Have her go after a title push right off the bat. That would be a great idea. Cody is Cody. I mean, when he left to Stardust. If he comes back as himself, the fans will go haywire, and the American Nightmare can come into play, and we could possibly even have a dream match between Trips and Cody after the entire throne smashing incident in AEW.
See, I don't know though, because now, granted, I don't watch AEW, but from the people within my house, I'm being told how the fans basically have completely turned on Cody.
Yep.
So I don't know about that. Number one, Randy going for any title. No, dear God, no.
Yeah, no.
Please, God, no.
Nope.
Just no. Cody, I think he would have to get a big moment to pop the crowd to really start to get people around.
Yep.
And I've been thinking about this all day. This is what I would do, because there's other wrestling buzz going on the last couple days about a certain Texas rattlesnake possibly having a match at Mania.
What?
Against Kevin Owens.
What?
And considering Owens trashed Texas on Monday Night Raw last night, just saying.
So
they have
the way I would book this, because I don't know what Austin's wrestling capabilities are anymore.
Right.
And Owens just re-signed. You don't want him to basically go out to a stunner and that's it.
No.
You know, some Daniel Bryan Sheamus shit.
Right.
So I would have Owens in the ring at Mania running down Texas. I would have the glass shatter and Austin come to the ring. No, son, I'm not going to get in there and mix it up with you. But I just happen to have this guy in the back who's the son of a plumber. Son of a plumber.
Grandson of a plumber, baby. That's it.
Beautiful.
And then have Cody come out that way.
And no, it's not smoke and mirrors. It's really Cody.
And then have him beat the shit out of Owens.
There we go. If he was going to return to the E, that's what I would do. Here's my 2 cents before I let Mikey take over his own show. Because, you know, I pay the bills. So it's all good. You know, I find it funny that one of Cody's former, or at least recent best friends who was on AEW TV not all that long ago, just recently is making huge splashes throughout the wrestling world and recently acquired another belt to his collection and is defending that championship against a man who Cody has traded that championship with in the last 4 years. I say Cody shows up at the Crockett Cup.
Very good possibilities from both my brothers. I'm okay. Like I said, I'm okay with both of them coming over. As far as Stone Cold, I have to agree with Renegade. We don't know what Stone Cold can do or what he can't do. He's been out for years, so you know,
almost 20.
Yeah. And if he feels that he could go, then he should. I think it would be a great story. It would be a great story because, you know, don't mess with Texas. Texas born, Texas bred, Texas till I die, and all that. But they shouldn't just plant the seeds and leave it alone. They need to plant the seeds and let it grow and find out what happens in the next month or so before WrestleMania happens. If you remember the story of the stunner that Kevin used, he actually went backstage. Stone Cold actually sent him a text message, which he actually showed to the camera. So Stone Cold gave Kevin Owens his blessing to use the stunner. But of course, the stunner was made synonymous with Stone Cold, so maybe he wants to take it back. I don't know. And of course,
some people, you're doing good, brother. For the record, sorry, I mean, Mikey, sorry, but Shane just I saw his comment. I wanted to make sure I brought it up there before I forgot.
Everyone's doing good. I forgot to mention Dory's a little bit not well today, and she's not sick. She just has a case of the yuckies, I guess, if that's what we're going to call it. So, but she's fine, and but she didn't want to be on camera today. I should have mentioned that in the beginning. I apologize. But everyone's doing great. We're all doing great. Jeff's doing the best, by the way. Because $395 to SoFi stuff. Congratulations on that, and you're going to kick ass with that. Keep up the good work.
That officially starts the day after my birthday. That's when the official we're gonna have the Twitter go live and everything. But I was able to get over here yesterday and do my first workout in a long goddamn time, unfortunately. And the people that were included in that video, which originally I had only tagged certain people on my personal Facebook to see that, but now all my Facebook friends on that side. I haven't shown it to you guys yet on the work side. Y'all get that with the project coming along, but I wanted to have my friends that, you know, are actually, I hate saying shit like this, but my real life friends are actually my real life friends, like for real, I guess is the best way I can say it, saying too corny. I wanted you guys to have first look at that because I mean, I literally sat in this chair right here with the green screen not up, obviously, but I did that workout. I literally didn't do any editing except just putting in the overlays of the workout result itself. That was a 15-minute workout. It was a bitch. It was horrible. And I don't look forward to the one tonight, but I'm going to do it because it needs to be done. So
what do the workouts entail? Is it cardio? Is it stretching? What is it?
Okay,
Watch
so
the video.
I agree with that. Thank you. For everybody that bitches about
trying to be a dick, but watch the video. Like, he literally sits there and does the workout. You hear Paige on the DVD telling you what to do.
On this.
So,
yeah.
Watch the video.
Thank you, Jay. Yeah. Basically, Mikey, to give you a brief thing, I've started at the level of doing the graduating from chair to standing workouts because I can't do the full workouts because I just can't do it. But I realized in the process of starting things back up that I've progressed beyond the starting in bed because I'm not so invalid that I'm bedridden that I can't do the workouts. I was going to, I really was, but I realized I was able to do what I was able to do. So I'm good to go. And also where my bed is in this room, I still didn't get myself enough room to do the bed layout thing. I'm like, okay, we'll do this. And then you can see the work. I'm actually moving the chair over. I'm going to do it again when I do it tonight because I'm too close. I mean, right here is the wall to the outside and the green screen is literally right here. So I have to move everything forward to do the workout, but I do want to be video accountable. So that's why I'm doing that starting this week. And also, I like Zach's comment. I'll go and throw it up there. The champ is here. If Stardust shows up WWE, I will do Mariah Carey in drag. Well, there's a hell of a okay. Okay. So let's peel that onion for a minute, shall we? We've got our buddy Zach. We have our buddy Zach, who we've seen on the sports bar here recently. He's volunteering to sing Mariah Carey on this show if Cody shows up in WWE or Stardust for that matter. In drag, no less. If y'all weren't prepared to run screaming or tune into the show or both, you are now, kids. There you go. Very good. And also, if we're talking about the champ is here, I've given a lot of praise recently to, where the hell did it go? Hang on, I'll find it. To the big gold belt because the big gold belt turned 36 yesterday, which I thought was pretty cool. But as you guys know, I am the WTC Jack of all trades champion. I got to make sure I have that belt because this is my favorite belt of all time. So there you go. Anyway, I'm going to have this on here for a while. But yes, well, Zach, good to see you commenting. Yes, good to see you commenting, my friend.
Zach does have an opponent in the wings, and we're just segueing into every possible moment because, yes, he did beat me in the pick'em contest, the one-on-ones, so he can call himself a champion. However, we do have a 2021-2022 overall pick'em champion. If you've got the numbers, let's just go ahead and throw those up there. There are the final numbers for this pick'em championship, and there's the winner. She's in the name of the new venture by 1 point. And here's the thing: everybody picked Los Angeles. So at that point, it was all locked in because nobody picked Cincinnati.
Girls rule.
There she is. There's my voice. Girls rule. But of course, there's also another person that can say they were a champion. Let's put up the other logo. There it is. JJ beat Nathan in the final, so of the playoff portion, so he can call himself a champion as well. So maybe to finally determine the true undisputed overall pick'em champion. We have to have a triple threat match.
JJ, you and me gonna throw down?
Oh, a live call out on the sport. What do you say? What do you say, playoff champ?
Hey, you know what? I eliminated her first round of the brackets. I will take her on again proudly.
Woo!
No problem, JJ. We got next season to go.
Title versus title.
There you go.
You
And
got it.
apparently I'm next. So apparently,
he says Peach is next.
so
All right, we're booking it. Week 1, 2022 NFL season, the match. That's what we're calling it, the match.
All right. Love you guys. Have fun.
Thanks, Dory.
All right.
We were calling it the
Mikey,
match.
there you go. Okay.
I love live broadcasting. You never know what the hell's going to happen.
By the way, I like Mikey's shirt, but I also like the shirt Mikey gave me. So we're all decked out here together.
Yep.
It's good stuff.
I go back to work. We officially open on March 12th with a preview day on March 11th. Season 2 of Working at Dollywood. Looking forward to it. Working.
So
I did.
the Knoxville trip.
What's that?
So that means you got less than a month to make your Knoxville trip.
This is true.
Yeah. Depending on how the elections go in Knox County, which I'm predicting that good old Mayor Jacobs will retain his seat as Knox County mayor. So if that happens, I can go to Knoxville whenever I need to.
Or if he doesn't, you'll have easier access to him. Just saying.
I don't think that I will. I don't know. I mean, if he leaves office, I have no clue where he's going to go and what he's going to do.
Well,
I'll go to Connecticut.
Good. He could. You never know.
it could happen.
Follow.
Hey, man,
follow
I'm waiting for that Knoxville Bobcats T-shirt to come, bro. Like,
yeah, I still owe you a Knoxville Bobcats T-shirt. I promised you that, and don't worry, I will get it to you. I swear.
Oh, and while we're doing shirt promises, James, if you're watching, which I doubt, I literally have your 3 T-shirts ready to mail out. I'm just gonna wait until somebody gives me the payouts from Sunday, which we're gonna talk about here momentarily, and everybody's gonna get everything coming to them. I promise.
Another segue. That's just fine. Let's talk about football squares and what happened and who won. Let's just bring up everything while we can, and then we'll segue into the Super Bowl itself. Then we'll segue into the halftime show, which is why Renegade's here. I love live talks. So we did our Super Bowl contest, of course. We had a lot of winners. We had a lot of money give out. Everyone is currently getting paid as we speak. Sent out a lot of money today. Paying the bills, got to pay the bills, of course.
let me just say thank you to every single one of you that participated in Mikey's Squares, whether you were a part of the Pick'em, whether you were recruited from outside sources. Thank you to all of you for filling up Mikey's brackets.
You all did wonderful.
Hopefully, we will see the same amount of love next year.
Yes,
that
exactly.
is what I'm hoping too. Absolutely. Of course, Jeff had control of the winning square thanks to LA scoring a touchdown first, and then of course Cincinnati spoiled that, which he did not like.
But you know what?
You liked it on a personal level, not on a monetary level.
I was going to say, because we at the Meach House were going for Cincinnati because my dad, of course, was born back there, and they never won the championship. And the Rams, yes, it was cool to see the Rams. Hi, we're on the air, and Mikey has his phone turned off. He should know better after 2 seasons. Anyway.
Says the guy whose alarm goes off when we film Dads.
Hey, we're not live on that, though, shithead. Shut up. I can edit that shit out. Not that I ever do because it's funnier to leave it on there, but you know. And to be fair, the Y&R song is beautiful. Nadia's theme is classic. It should be on everything ever. It's a beautiful song, damn it. Anyway, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's okay. I don't either. I don't mind the way the scores turned out. on a personal level because I would have been happy either way. Like I said, the Bengals, of course, Cincinnati, pride, Dim, Who Day would have been awesome. But I'm an LA boy, and the Rams haven't won it here until now, so it's cool.
Right. So in the first quarter, Aaron won thanks to the 7-3 score, thanks to the field goal. At halftime, Don won that square 59, and that gave the majority of us our touching square.
$15, yeah. Woo-hoo.
Hey, it's money is money. But
Money,
then third quarter
money.
rolls around. Pop had the square for a little bit.
No. Oh, Pop had it a little bit. Okay, I was going to say, yeah.
He had the square for right at the beginning when Cincinnati came into the second half.
Yes.
Burrow decided, screw this, I'm here to play. I'm throwing the touchdown, which he did. But then Cincinnati scored again. He put the square back on Don. LA scores the field goal. It's a $155 field goal to your dad, which I was very proud of.
That was awesome.
And then at the end, LA wins with a touchdown, makes it 23-20. Don wins that one again. And
I gotta say, I was kind of hoping my dad was gonna take that square because not only would he have gotten the money, he had a touching also.
I was gonna say he would have cleaned up on that one.
Gotten paid off of both ends for that win.
That would have been pretty sweet.
That's the beauty of squares.
What was so funny is when the game started, like I don't think I have the current grid in here. I ended up with scores that should have paid easy. I had 7 4s. I had 1 7. I'm like, God damn, I can't lose. And then I end up getting $30.
Mikey here, ever the carny, working Knott's Midway, working Dollywood. I tell him how my number draws are crap, and he's over here telling me, well, all you need is for this and this to happen, and you can win. It's like, yeah, all you got to do is throw the basketball into the oddly shaped hoop, and you can win.
He's been around Marquez and the Santinos way too long, Jay. Way too long, man. Carney.
Not our Carney.
Marquez actually posted something that he's like, have we ever worked together in my 30-year? Do you have any good moments? And I'm thinking, we worked together? When did we work together, Dave?
Well, I mean,
we didn't one show where I was ring crew for him.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we didn't actually do any creative with Marquez or anything. We were always there supporting NWA Hollywood / NWA Glendale / NWA Port Hueneme / NWA wherever the fuck they are now. Commerce Casino or wherever the hell they are now. Anyway. Yeah.
Anyway. So I would greatly call that Football Squares was a success, and of course it will come back next season. We will do it again, definitely for Super Bowl. We could possibly do it again in the season. We don't know yet, so we're not making any.
You want to talk about champions? You want to talk about champions? Don is clearly the champion of the Pick'em Squares.
Oh yeah, years in a row,
2 quarters.
Yep, exactly.
She was the big winner of going that. So you've got her, you got Zach, you've got Dory, and you got me. Fatal 4-way.
Scurry. All right. Speaking of champions,
Pop won 6 weeks in Pick'em, so now it's a fatal 5-way. Let's throw Pop in there too.
There you go. Why not? Everybody's a winner. You get a trophy, and you get a trophy.
You sit down.
Yeah, let's just have a giant Royal Rumble. let's find every possible winner of every possible game, and just say you all throw each other out with the top rope, and before you know it, you're done.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Hornswoggle. I'm gonna hide under the rain until the end.
There you go.
There you go. So as far as the Super Bowl, congratulations to the LA Rams. They are the 2021-2022 Super Bowl champions, defeating the Cincinnati Bengals 23-20. Good game overall.
Great game, I thought.
Yeah, it was very close. It could have gone either way.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
When
the commercials, however,
the second half with their first possession, to take a phrase from the Miz, man, they came to play. They were ready to turn everything around. And even though I and pretty much everybody I knew was picking the Rams, if the Bengals had taken it, I would not have been mad because they came out there, guns blazing, fire in their hearts, like they were ready to show they deserved to be there.
Yep. I will say this.
Absolutely.
I will say this. Everybody all week was talking about, the Rams are the favorite, the Rams are this, Rams are that, and the Bengals were like, all right. And they made me a believer again, number one. Number two, I am so glad that Joe Burrow, as young as he is, was able to overcome being left home alone and being lost in New York. And now he was a quarterback in the Super Bowl. God bless that kid.
I got one other thing, though. One other thing. If you bet the odds, you would have lost, right? Because weren't the Rams a 4.5-point favorite and they only won by 3?
Yep.
That's correct.
So that just goes to show how close this game was. Like,
Yep.
I'll admit I was focusing on my phone more than I was on the game, but when I was eyes on the game, I was gripped into it.
There you go.
But at
The
least JJ was
official
focused on
stats-
his phone because he was doing dad's work, and I always applaud that shit. So there you go.
That's right.
The official stats for Matt Stafford was 26 of 40 for 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, and he got picked off twice, which was shocking.
Right?
Joe Burrow went 22 of 33 for 263 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Sean McVay is now the youngest coach ever to win a Super Bowl. And I heard that there were rumors that he was going to retire. No, Joe. No, Sean. Don't leave now. You want to go out on top? That might be okay, but you've got a title to defend. You
We'll see
can't
you next
go.
season.
That's
Yeah,
right.
you got to come back and at least go one more.
Oh, yeah, sorry. They retconned that shit out of the first Duck movie on Disney Plus. I'm sorry.
And of course,
Check.
the media
Yeah,
picked up this news. There were 2 stories coming out of the halftime show, and this will be Jay's portion. One, Snoop Dogg, of course, smoked weed before the. But are we surprised? I mean, come on. When is Snoop not smoking weed?
I would have been more surprised if Snoop hadn't smoked weed. Yeah.
When I saw that, I was like, okay, so out of the realm of the water's wet and sky's blue today category, like, what the fuck? That's not news. That's just fucking duh. Sorry.
Exactly. I put that on Twitter in a tweet when I saw that. I'm like, big deal. Who cares? Snoop smokes weed. Get over it. Of course, another quick part was Eminem taking a knee a la Colin Kaepernick.
Oh my God. Okay.
Big
All right.
deal. Get over it. What's the problem?
Okay, he didn't take a knee like Colin Kaepernick, y'all. He took a knee for Tupac, y'all. Study your freaking tea kettles. Like, seriously.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Number one. And
I was almost anticipating a Tupac hologram. I really was.
that would have been like everybody was. But it was cool to see 50 Cent. I mean, looking more like a quarter pounder these days, but hey, he was still there. So, yeah.
Double quarter pounder.
Double quarter pounder, yeah. Let's not undersell 50 Cent at all. At least a double quarter pounder there, maybe even a Big Mac at this point. God bless him. Hey, he still kicked ass though. He still did great. I will say this.
Let's let Jay have the floor here.
Well,
go ahead.
But before he starts, I just want to say Snoop Dogg smoked a blunt in Inglewood. Gee, where have I heard that before? Oh, every day. Carry on.
A
Go
couple
ahead,
blocks
Jay.
away from Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, so you know.
Gonna say shit.
Just throwing that out there.
Is there
And
any
no, I'm
relation-
not
is
trying
it-
to clown Roscoe's. When I went to Garth Brooks at the Forum, we ate at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles before the show.
That's
Because,
right.
God damn it, that's the establishment. You know,
That's it.
it's just
That's
it's
it.
just one of those things.
That's right.
Man,
Big
the
baller.
halftime show. I've tried not to read every article I see about the halftime show because majority of them are negatively slanted, and I'm trying not to get like all disgruntled about it. Like, people don't get the halftime show.
No, they don't.
It's one of those things where if you're my generation, the chances are you enjoyed the halftime show.
Yeah.
If you're the generation older than me, then you didn't enjoy it.
Nope.
You're of the whole rap is crap, Kurt Hennig, West Texas rednecks mentality, you know. And granted, hip hop is not my number one genre anymore. There was a long time when it was my life. Radio DJ, party DJ, the whole nine.
Yep.
Especially during that late 90s era Now, granted, Snoop and Dre represent more of the early 90s, but 95 to 99, like that was my era of DJ and everything. I would have booked it slightly different.
Right.
You know, armchair quarterback that I am. But notwithstanding, like, I thought it was a great show. I don't know why they didn't do nothing but a G thing. Instead of doing mostly tracks from the Chronic 2001.
Yeah.
I would have come right out the gate with nothing but a G thing.
I agree with that one.
Like this.
I would have started the performance with Dre's line from Straight Outta Compton. You know, you are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
Right on.
There you go.
That would have been my whole intro, and then I would have gone straight into G thing.
Book this man.
When they started to do California Love, I saw the hologram from Coachella, and it was cool. I would not have had the hologram rap, but I at least would have had the hologram projected onto the top of the stage next to Snoop and Dre while Dre was doing that part. You know, like had it walk out essentially, just so that Pac would have been in the building.
Right.
Yep.
And I would have done something similar with Eazy-E.
Yeah.
Good one.
You know, I'm a little bit surprised that Ice Cube didn't pop up, but I also know that he's been on tour lately. So maybe where he was on tour, he didn't have the ability to get back in time. But flip side of that coin, I'm sure as soon as they were booking Dre for the halftime, like they could have made sure that Cube wasn't booked that day so that he could have been there.
True that.
I think that would have been a bigger surprise than 50, but as soon as they panned down to 50 and he was hanging upside down just like the music video, I marked out. Not gonna lie. And I was never the biggest 50 supporter because I was Team Ja Rule the entire time of that feud. I was always anti-50 because I was so pro Ja. But got to give the devil his due. 50's a hell of an entertainer. Yeah, looking like a $150, like Big G pointed out, you know, but to see him hanging upside down like he was in the video and then come down from the bar and start doing in the club. Go ahead, 50. You know, as we say in the industry, you still got it.
That's it.
Mary J. coming out there doing Family Affair. I pretty much knew that was going to be her song because it's the one Dre produced.
Yep. Which I honestly think that whole show was a Dr. Dre like, dude, you're the freaking man. Here you go. So,
yeah. I mean, let us not forget he had a brain aneurysm January of last year.
Yep.
So the fact that he survived that and is still out there putting on a hell of a show, looking better than he has, period. Like Dre is still in top form.
Yep, exactly. It's freaking awesome. I'm so happy for him that he did that.
Eminem coming out there doing Lose Yourself. I mean, is there a better Eminem song for him to do at the Super Bowl? Seriously?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Again, booking, I would have had it maybe start with the intro for the Real Slim Shady.
Yes.
You know, will the Real Slim Shady please stand up? And then I would have maybe gone into Lose Yourself.
Yes. Both good, though. Like I said, both good.
Yeah. But the halftime show was simply phenomenal. And if you don't like the halftime show, if you didn't enjoy it, there's always next year. You got to figure, man, from the minute that Janet Jackson showed her titty all the way up until a year or two ago when Jay-Z took over and Rock Nation started booking the halftime show, it was all artists for the older generations. I'm not going to diss any of the halftime performers because I enjoyed a bunch of those shows. During those years, we had Paul McCartney, we had The Who, we had Prince. We had some amazing halftime shows during those years. But that was during when we give you this, y'all F it up, so now we got to play it safe for a few years. We've done all of those. We needed to be reminded how to have fun. That was the key for this halftime show, was having fun. I read somebody's whole post about that they had put on Facebook. And it was like, we have been in this pandemic for 2 years now. We have not been able to really go out and have this type of party because every time we think we're about to be allowed to, mandates go back into effect, lockdown, etc. We needed this party.
Yes.
And if this Super Bowl had been on the East Coast, I would 99.9% bet you it would have been Puff Daddy, Bad Boy, all that type of vibe. It would have been Puffy rolling with Mace again, maybe an appearance from the Locks, Faith Evans, etc. It was on the West Coast. We got Dre, we got Snoop, we got Kendrick Lamar, who I'm not going to touch on him too much because I'm not a huge fan of his music, don't know a lot of it, but what he did during the performance, he did solid. I'm not going to undersell him. I just can't talk too highly about him because I don't know him. But Compton, California right there, Kendrick Lamar. Then you got Mary J, produced by Dre. You got M and 50, produced by Dre. It was a party that we needed.
Exactly. I'm trying to find that. Go ahead.
We really don't know how you can top it next year because next year Arizona gets the Super Bowl. So they're going to be in the desert. So who can you bring? Can Arizona maybe bounce back from what they did in their season? Because let's face it, they started out big, and we'll get to the final rankings as well. They were dominant for 12 out of 18 weeks, and then they just declined and got lazy. Let's admit it. They got lazy flat out. It was something like that. Can they rebound? And can we have a third team possibly play in their home stadium for the Super Bowl? Could it happen?
Stranger things.
Anything's possible.
Anything can happen.
As far as who to perform in Arizona, I don't know off the top any major Arizona artists.
Yeah.
The first thing that comes to my mind, unfortunately, is a LA-based band, but one of their major tracks, they talk about standing on the corner in Winslow, Arizona.
There you go.
Yep.
Book it. I say book it.
Now, but before you go into the final numbers, since we are talking about the halftime show, I'll still go ahead and throw it out there. There were two posts that really got my attention the most.
Okay.
The first one was this. Somebody tweeted out, everybody over 50 after the halftime show. Mm-hmm. Who the hell are those people? Everybody under 30 after the halftime show. Those guys are all old. Everybody between 30 and 50.
Pretty much.
That's exactly what. Well, all three of us were like, "Yep, this is awesome." Now, the other one that really got me was hit me right in the spine. Everybody born between 85 and 95 saw the halftime show lineup and was like, "Sweet! Instead of doing a show for old folk people like the Rolling Stones or Paul McCartney or the Who, they did one for us young people." And then 10 seconds later, it hit us. Here's the problem with this tweet. Number one, they're right. Number two, all three of us are older than 85, so fuck you, dude.
And I enjoyed those halftime performances because
I
was
did too.
raised on classic rock.
Yes,
I was
exactly.
raised, I still played the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
The
not the
doo-wop
music
era,
that I listened to in high school.
Right. And here's the thing. One of my favorite halftime shows ever was a blend. It was Britney, it was Justin, and it was Aerosmith. That show kicked all the asses, personally, for me.
Oh, yeah.
So, Prince's was good. Michael's, of course. Michael Jackson could go up there and, eat the phone book, and I'd be okay with that shit. He was so good at everything he ever did, right?
I don't know if we've said it yet, but if we haven't, here's our one. You can't fuck with Michael Jackson.
No, well, I know. We have said the F word more than once today. I really don't even care at this point. It doesn't matter. Whatever. After yesterday, Jesus. Anyway, it's just one of those where the whole thing with the Super Bowl halftime show, and again, I'm going to get a little philosophical before we go into the final rankings. It's a microcosm, a case study of society. If you don't like it, many years ago, one of these was invented. It was bigger than this one now. This is a fire sticker one I got here, but you can click that shit off, fool. It ain't that serious.
Absolutely, indeed. And also pushing towards next season, of course, the overtime rules, those are coming into play. This is from Dory. Even though she's not feeling well today, she did this. She sent me a quick story that I want to read out here from The Spun by Sports Illustrated, saying that the NFL is reportedly considering change to postseason rules. According to Mike Florio of ProFootball.talk.com, the process has begun for the NFL owners to consider changing the rules. Teams are inquiring about the current rules and potential changes. The controversy stems from the incredible Chiefs-Bill game in the divisional round. It was an incredible shootout between the teams, but ended on the first drive as the Chiefs got the ball, marched down, and scored a touchdown. The current overtime rules are if a team starts overtime with the ball and they score a touchdown, they win. Game over. This change was implemented in 2010 following the NFC Championship game where the Saints beat the Vikings. The Vikings never touched the ball in overtime. It's also saying that this potential change would only take place in the postseason, so the regular season games would not be affected. I can understand that the postseason is much more important because you want that championship title. But what about if you're trying to get into the playoffs? What if you're one game away and you go into overtime and you don't even get the ball? How is that going to work? We don't know what the league is going to do on that.
My response to that is what JJ's response was to the pandemic 2 years ago. It should be all or it should be nothing. Play to win. The NHL stopped doing ties a long time ago.
That's right. They did.
So did Major League Baseball. And I'm pretty sure the NBA has done away with ties now too. So play to win and let both teams get a crack at the ball. God damn it.
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, basketball basketball you play a full or a shortened period until a winner is declared. And I say that I'm tired of penalty kicks in soccer. I hate that. I say play till you drop.
Well, number one, I don't like soccer, so I really don't care. Number two, play till you drop in soccer is a whole relative term because everybody's getting shot in the field. I didn't shot. I'm okay, just kidding. So that's bullshit. Third of all, like I said, I honestly don't have a problem with him changing the rule because JJ said to us off air, they should do it like baseball. The home team, if they're not the first to touch the ball, they should get the opportunity, just like the bottom half of an inning.
Exactly.
So,
well said indeed.
That should be across the board. And again, there's a lot of problems with baseball too. Baseball should have DHs across the board. They're still working on that shit, which they haven't executed.
Well, yeah, they're currently locked out. So we might not even have a season this year because there's too many dang contracts going out in baseball. Stop this garbage. Stop making it a business and let them play.
Well,
I want my baseball this season.
It is a business, number one, Mikey. Number two, let me ask you two guys in the room. So, actually, Mikey, do your final rankings for NFL because this is a whole other topic. So go ahead and do the NFL rankings first, and we'll go ahead.
Yeah, let's put up. This is how the teams finish up the season.
Hang on, JJ, go ahead.
I was just going to say one thing. We were talking about the halftime thing. So while you were reading off your whole thing about the overtime, I Googled bands from Arizona.
Oh, there you go.
While there was a bunch that popped up, only two really caught my eye as far as bands that I know, and that's Jimmy Eat World and the Gin Blossoms.
Well, there you go.
Okay.
Interesting to contrast in styles there, but
Oh no, there's
So-
similar types of music, so
well, because in the chat room they were talking about, where the hell did it go? There it is. Zach was talking about Ja Rule, Ashanti, Trina, and with Nelly. So I mean, there's there. But again, are we going to have 2 halftime shows of that nature back to back? Probably not.
No.
Well, the Nelly comment I think was going to your Britney, Justin, Aerosmith. I think Nelly was.
Oh,
part of
that's
that
right.
too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Sorry, I brain farted on that. Very good. But either way, are we going to have the same type of show? Probably not. So
Probably not. So that's why I say, Jimmy Eat World, the Gin Blossoms.
that works too.
Okay.
There you go. All right, Mikey. Here we go.
All right, so here's how the teams ended up. Of course, the bottom of the barrel went to the Jaguars this year. The Lions fought their way out. They're at the bottom, but not the total bottom, followed by the Giants, Texans, and Jets. Then we go to the Panthers, to the Bears, and of course, Washington now has a team name. They are officially the Commanders. I have them as the football team, but they are the Commanders. The Broncos, Falcons, Seahawks, Browns, Ravens, Vikings, Dolphins, Saints, Colts, Chargers. Those were the 16 teams that did not get in. The Cardinals, of course, we talked about them. They did the worst in the wild card weekend, so they were in the bottom. And the Eagles and the Patriots and the Cowboys. The Cowboys were up there the majority of the season as well because they were just rolling on cylinders.
Actually stayed healthy. That's why.
That's right. The Raiders
They couldn't crack the top 10 though.
No.
They were right there. I think next season they're gonna do a repeat and they'll easily make it to the playoffs again. That's my.
I ain't saying shit till the end of the year next year because I got way too cocky in my own head about it this year and it paid off no how. Anyway, carry on.
The Raiders start the top 10. Steelers at 9. Packers at 8. Haven't heard anything about Rodgers hanging it up or where he's gonna go. The Titans are 7. The Bucks are 6. Bills are 5th. 49ers and Chiefs are 4 and 3. And of course, the Bengals being the AFC champions and the LA Rams, they are the number 1 team. They will start the season that way, and we'll see where they can if they can repeat themselves or if not. Who knows what's going to happen? So the world is their oyster as far as that goes.
Congratulations again to the Rams. They had the mini parade yesterday at Disneyland. Tomorrow, of course, will be the major parade in the streets of LA. LeBron trying to petition to get the Dodgers and the Lakers celebrated in the same parade because they never got championship parades because of the pandemic.
I was going to ask you guys about that, so thank you, JJ. Our buddy Christian has been up the ass about this. No, it shouldn't be a multi-team parade, blah, blah. What do you guys think? I'll go ahead and make it like this here. What do you guys think? Should we have the Lakers and the Dodgers join that parade? That way we all get, all us LA sports fans get that moment.
Under normal circumstances, I would say no.
Okay.
But the fact that we've been in a pandemic, like I was saying, the whole point of the halftime show was to celebrate and to party and to have that which we haven't had for 2 years.
Right.
So under those circumstances, I would say absolutely. Let the Lakers, let the Dodgers, hell, you really want to go balls deep, bring the Kings out there too, and recognize the 10 years of Los Angeles excellence.
Yes. In that vein, let me just say this.
A decade of decadence.
That's right. The sports media or the CBS sports media locally here was praising the return to dominance of LA being title 10 last decade, but they didn't really get to everybody. And I was kind of pissed off about that. Yes, they mentioned the Kings, which I appreciate. And yes, they mentioned the teams, but they and again, a lot of people don't like the WNBA. That's your prerogative. But they didn't mention the Sparks. They didn't mention the MLS champion Galaxy in 2014 either. So those are your LA championship teams in the last 10 years, because technically the Kings was in June of 2012, which is still less than 10 years ago now. So LA has come full circle in this last decade. Every major sports team, or at least a team in every major sport in this country, has won the championship. So I appreciate that Detroit has always been a major championship city. I realize that Pittsburgh is title town. They got their little yellow towels and whoopty shit. But every team in
Big
this
G's watching.
Well, Big G, you know what? I have sat here and kissed the Steelers' ass this season long enough. Damn it, the season's over. My Cowboys done went in there and tracked that shit into the field and whooped their own ass. So the hell with this. An LA team won the Super Bowl. We've had LA championships in every sport in the last decade. Now, Pittsburgh can also say that because they won the Stanley Cup here recently the last 10 years. So good on them. Pittsburgh can say that about yeah. No, they can't. So
my question to you two gentlemen is this. The Rams took the Super Bowl February 2022.
Yes.
Current standings have the Kings in third in the Pacific Division. Can the Kings get it again this year? I know the odds are kind of against them because it's still rebuilding process.
Right.
But the odds were against them in 2012 when they won from the number 8 seed. So anything is possible.
And again, I'm gonna over talk you, Monkey. Sorry. The main difference between the spring 2012 LA Kings and the winter spring 2022 Kings is in 2012 they had all the ingredients in the chili pot. They just needed somebody better than Terry Murray to stir it, and they got Darryl Sutter. With all due respect to Todd McClellan, who coaches San Jose, so we won't count that against him today. Because I hate those bastards up north. Almost does hate the Ducks. Almost. It's the same ingredients for the most part. There's not a whole lot of new additives to the chili yet that haven't really had a chance to simmer in the pot yet. We got a lot of great kids on this team right now. Listen, guys, I sound like I'm an old man. Oh wait, that's right, I am. There's a lot of great talent on this LA Kings team right now. It's just I don't think they're going to get it to the point where we're going to be in the dance in June. I really don't think it's going to happen this year. Now, I will make a safe bet here and now that 3 months after I turn 40, we will see a Stanley Cup raising here in Los Angeles again.
It sounds like a good plan on paper. I'll agree with you on that. I'm thinking this season, though, I think someone from the East is going to get the Stanley Cup this year because as much as I have faith in the Ducks and as much as I have faith in respecting the Kings, I don't see either. If they both get into the playoffs, that would be great for the city. But I usually get disappointed towards the end. So I think it's going to go to the Eastern Conference this year. Because let's face it, Vegas has got a streak that's amazing. 4 years, 4 playoff appearances, no cups. No cups. If any team has any say in the West, it has to go to Vegas because of that streak. But it just doesn't happen. So that's why I go to the East. I mean, so.
Well, I also hear tell that this awesome kid named Tyler Toffoli is now playing for the Calgary Flames. So we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, I asked the question because the last 5 years or so, the Dodgers are always in contention.
Yep.
The Lakers are always in contention.
Lakers are hit or miss, honestly.
Even the Clippers. Well, I know it's kind of like Bruno around here. We don't talk about the Clippers.
No,
but
we don't.
But in the past few years, they have put up some really great seasons.
Yep. The Clippers just can't.
Is it possible that 2022 sports can be dominated by LA champions?
Well, we always know
already got the Super Bowl. We've just got the other 3 to ride out.
Yep.
Anything is possible. Anybody can win at any time. We know this because we say that in any sporting events. We don't even know who's going to win the Daytona 500 this weekend. That's coming up. There's a great field of drivers. You can't just pick one. It could be anybody who's driving in the right place at the right time. Austin Dillon could win it. You never know.
And if you just told me a year ago that they were going to have the pre-Daytona chase in the inside the LA Coliseum, I'd have laughed in your damn face.
That was amazing how they did that. I would love to see a behind the scenes. It was amazing when they turned Dodger Stadium into a hockey rink. How the hell did they turn the Coliseum into a racetrack? How'd they do it? I have no freaking clue.
It was very much reminiscent of the old short tracks like we had out here at Saga Speedway back in the day. It was very cool to see that in a larger scale. Very neat for a Saugus boy personally.
Anything possible, bro. But is it probable? Probably not.
Yeah, is it probable for the Kings in 2022? No, but anything is possible. I dare say it's more like, but again, the Lakers are in the tank right now. But you know what? Again, they can pull the nose up. So I would love to have a parade for real with everybody winning this year. But you know,
and if the Lakers can't, you've still got the Clippers as a possibility,
right? And
then we march into SoFi next year for WrestleMania, the home of champions.
That's right. So
that would be a great idea.
With Hall of Famer, the People's Champion.
That's it. And then the True People's Choice celebrated his 40th birthday at SoFi. So there you go. That's
exactly. So who knows what the future is going to bring? Just know
I do. I know the future brings. I know. Ooh me. This stuff. All this stuff right here. All this stuff. Yeah, all this cool stuff right here. So coming soon to the Jeff Meacham Network. So top left and top right are canned. We canned middle left. Well, actually, middle left is the special, but middle is the one we did yesterday. And y'all bring buy stock and Kleenex. I'll tell you that shit right now. Awful. I'm a horrible person.
Go to Dollar Tree. You can get an 8-pack of travel Kleenex for $1.25.
I think it's going to do it for him, Jay. Honestly, jeez, I'm a terrible person. But then that weekend, WrestleMania weekend, JJ and I are going to be busy earlier in the afternoon. He's got Renegades coming. Like, that's not on here because it's not actually on the network in and of itself. And I am broadcasting on the console. Should be doing that, but we'll get that plug in the credits, Jay. So don't worry. Top 10 WrestleMania entrances, which is going to be a fun show. Both the lists are done. Pictures are being gathered by me. He's got his pictures done. We're going to cover the Ring of Honor. We're going to cover the return of Ring of Honor, which is awesome. I'm looking. I haven't called a Ring of Honor pay-per-view or anything on here ever, which is going to be awesome to watch. And then, of course, Mania for 2 nights in Texas. So a lot of good shit coming up, kids.
I have a request from Jeff Meacham, the great and powerful, the man, the myth, the legend. I know you are not planning to make your return until the 1st.
Correct. Well, that got altered. But anyway, go ahead.
May I request your return be either the 30th or the 31st so that the 3 of us, plus others if you so desire, can do a WrestleMania predictions?
I'm down.
Sold.
It is the Super Bowl of wrestling, goddammit. We need to do a Jeff Meacham Network predictions.
Let me get together a belt up to make myself look more like the WWE head official.
Cody, you said, please stop typing in all caps.
Yeah, why are you yelling, bro? Why are you yelling,
pretty
bro?
Please. Yeah, we'll get to your questions in a second, but pretty please stop the cap lock.
So, in the words of WWE official / 5-time NWA World Champion, that booking by JJ, it is official.
And
that was great.
That was great.
And it's Step Boy approved. And since Wednesday we do Greg Cherry show, I'll leave that to Greg. Thursday, depending on what time Aaron and the Yahoos are done with their show, or we're probably going before the reviews. So we'll look to do it either at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock Eastern that day on the 31st. So there you go. That is booked. And Zach, don't worry about the just be cognizant. And yes, Cody breaking up RKO, maybe Brandy again. I don't want to see Brandy wrestle. I think Brandy's a wonderful young lady, and I'm a big fan of hers. Face-to-face thing, the whole wrestling thing, not so much. And so he's going to be at Impact this weekend. So we'll get some insights from him on Impact Wrestling because they're running their pay-per-view on Saturday as well. So there you go.
That's right.
And again,
for as much trash as the fans talk about Jade Cargill, Brandy's worse.
Oh yeah,
Next.
Yeah, she is. And again, we both have Brandy and Cody as
the ring with Sasha just exposes her.
Oh yeah, way bad. All right, I think we're good, Mikey. Yes, do you have your final shout out for the season or?
Basically, again, all I can say is to everybody who has commented, participated, been on the panels, participated in football squares, participated in pick'em contests. Thank you. I cannot thank you enough for making this season a complete and total success. Like I said, we're going to come back preseason 2022 after the summertime. Things are going to be, the pick'em contest will come back. Football squares will come back, possibly in a bigger way, but that's all in the works. So we're not going to make that announcement yet. We're changing the comment. We're changing the graphic to where it's going to be Stat Boy Sports featuring Dory Lou. Dory Lou is part of the family now, officially in the Jeff Meacham Network, which I'm greatly proud of. Next week is her birthday. So early happy birthday to Dory Lou. I love you greatly. You know this. You are one of the best people in the world. If it wasn't for you, we would not be in Tennessee right now. We would not be working at Dollywood together. We would probably still be in California miserable. So I cannot say thank you enough for that. This is me trying to keep it together right now because she is one of the greatest people that ever came into my life when we met at Knott's Berry Farm, and she puts me in my place more than Jay. She rivals you in that one. Okay, I swear to God, you put me in my place. Jeff puts me in my place, and she puts me in my place big time. And
as we should.
Yes, because you are all family to me, and she did it most recently because as you know, I've been working at Weigel's here in Tennessee during the winter, and she's like, she came in one night and she could tell that the job was not for me and all that, and she laid in on me better than anybody ever had. She's like, just get through it. Get done with it. Stand up for yourself, and we'll go back to Dollywood. And I'm like, and I might have had a come to Jesus meeting at that point, because I'm like, wow. And the beauty part was, I mean, she didn't do it out of negativity. Right. It was one of the most positive ass kickings I ever got in my life. And
see, and that's the key, because a lot of people do those type of speeches out of negativity.
Yeah, I mean, we as brothers, we've had plenty of arguments. We've had plenty of meetings where we've raised our voices at each other, and you still brought me down to earth, but it's just one of those moments where wow. So I can't say thank you enough to everybody, especially to Dory. I hope you have a great birthday. We here at the network have done something, but I'm going to leave it at that. And when it gets here next week, you'll see what I'm talking about. And okay, good. Now that I've gotten my emotions in check. I've gotten more emotional because you guys did it to me too when I got that Blue Ribbon Award at work. I can't remember that one. You got me good. And man, oh man, oh man. So,
Hey, hold up, JJ, he has his hand up.
yes.
I want to say, if there's gonna be a final stat boy shout out,
Mm-hmm.
I have two. One is a happy, one is a sad.
Okay.
Obviously, the happy shout out has to be to the Los Angeles Rams, your
Yes.
Super Bowl champions.
Right.
Yep.
The sad shout out is to the friends and the family of referee Mickey J,
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, God. Oh,
who
poor
passed
Mickey.
away
Oh.
yesterday.
Isn't that some shit? The poor guy literally beats cancer and COVID pneumonia gets him. It's like, that's messed up. Ugh.
So,
Ugh.
gotta throw that out there.
I mean, I had the RIP for Mickey queued up, but I said I didn't have a chance to air it before we started. I don't have it queued up now because it wasn't in the thing. I had it ready, but yeah, Mickey J was a referee for many years in WCW and WWE. He actually wrestled in Florida prior to that, so he was around a long time. And like I said, he developed cancer in the mid 2000s and beat that shit. And yeah, this damn COVID just another tally mark for this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But anyway, happy notes. We're coming back next season. I'll be on in about 23 minutes with the no DQ predictions for this weekend's premium live event, Elimination Chamber. And yeah, it's going to be interesting next few weeks because WrestleMania is ever closer, my friends. So it's going to be good stuff.
And just and like I said, remember, we're not saying goodbye. We're just taking a break. I'll
Saying
pop in
toodaloo.
once in a while. Let everybody know how we're doing and how things are going. And like I say, when the season starts, we're going to be back in the sports bar as always. Okay?
Worst case scenario, you will see the trio of us on March 31st. It has officially been booked for the Jeff Meacham Network's WrestleMania prediction show.
There you go.
And we're also going to do the top 10 HBK matches for dads.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
That's
So,
way down the road.
yeah,
It's still a possibility in the summertime.
That's
it's
July.
That's in
That's
July, though. We're that's not going to be before we come back. So,
Believe
okay.
it's still
Mike,
coming
stretch.
attraction or whatever.
Stretch a little bit. I forgot to add something. Go ahead and keep going. Sorry.
I'm gonna say
My bad.
it's a Mikey on camera moment. I think that's what he was trying to get to before.
Oh,
Yeah,
I got you.
absolutely.
I got you.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
So, all I can say again is-
it's gonna be one of those where there's a lot of things coming up that Mikey will be a part of. It's just Stat Boy Sports Bar will be going dark for the summer football hiatus because that's what we do on this show, and it's not
Right.
we're not going away forever. And with any of us, don't have to go on hiatus next year because the XFL will be a thing. So that'll be awesome to see
Exactly.
that come back into fruition as it should have a long time ago. But we had to wait on that. So
And
thank
you
you.
know what? We didn't even talk about that. How cool was it to see Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson
yes,
introducing the Super Bowl? Like, seriously.
come a long way since he did the XFL intro 22 years ago.
And we
From the
didn't
guy
really
that
talk
got
about
cut in the Canadian Football League to introducing the teams at the Super Bowl.
Yep. God bless the U. They finally got somebody in the Super Bowl.
Oh,
And we also I wanted to quickly also say the commercials this year weren't up to snuff very much, but the one that's
No.
exactly, thank you. The one that made us all melt was the Kia RoboDog commercial. It was this cute little robot dog that was chasing after the electric car, and he jumps off of a building and his power runs out just before he hits the ground, and they plugged him back in. And all of us that were watching, we all let out the "Aww"
no, see,
moment.
see. For me, watching at home, I got two words for you: Dr. Evil.
Yes.
Oh, get out of here.
Because God damn it, it made me want Austin Powers 4.
Yes. Yes.
Mike Myers
All the awesome.
is still on top of his game. If they could resurrect Michael Myers for another trilogy of Halloween movies, God damn it, let's get Mike Myers back into the suit with that blue crushed velvet and have another Austin Powers movie.
Yeah,
With Michael
baby.
Caine back as Faja.
His father. His father.
His dad, his father.
I'm sure.
Because I mean,
don't speak freaky
seeing
deaky
Mike
Dutch.
Myers as Dr. Evil, seeing Rob Lowe sitting there as number 2, seeing Seth Green, seeing
Mindy.
Mindy,
Yeah.
thank you. Mindy,
Yeah.
I can't remember her last name,
Yeah.
as Frau.
Yep.
I just sat there cracking up.
Oh, yeah.
What did Austin Powers for?
Exactly.
And let's be real. They're not doing shit. Make it happen, guys.
Right, exactly. None of the people in that clip are doing any damn thing right now. Like, seriously.
Except maybe Steph.
Well, yeah, because
Steph's
Steph's doing everything.
And the only good movie trailer out there was for Doctor Strange 2.
Well, duh.
Can't go wrong.
Well, yeah, because that movie's going to kick all the ass.
Yeah. We thought that Marvel raised the stakes with No Way Home.
Oh, no.
Patrick Stewart is back as Charles Xavier.
Make it so.
Let that sink in.
And on that note, I think it's a great point to wrap up.
There, that's right.
Well done indeed. We will see you in the sports bar September 2022. Keep an eye on the network. We will keep you updated as what's going on. I love you all. Thank you very, very much for making this season amazing, and we're going to do it again next season. For Dory Lou, for the Renegade, for good old JM, and everybody else, thank you. Stat Boy out!